Hello awesome peeps, here we are again this week with our mental toughness tip, and this week's mental toughness tip is, what are you willing to give up? And I love this question. This is one of my favorite questions, because here's the thing, a lot of the time when we ask what are we willing to give up, we end up sitting there going, well, I don't want to give up my sleep time, I don't want to give up drinking, I don't want to give up my chips, I don't want to give up my goodies or my lollies, for those of you who are not in Sweden. We start to think about all these things that we're attached to that we don't want to give up. But I put this to you. Reframe the question. Ask yourself again, what is it that you're willing? What are you willing? Apparently I'm from New Zealand today. What are you willing to give up? Won't do that, sorry. And it can be anything. And you can sit down and look at some of your bad habits that might be getting in the way of you achieving your goal. Again, bad is a point of view, it's an opinion, and it's relative. Okay? So, what am I willing to give up? Let's throw a little goal out there. I want to get back into rock climbing, which I'm doing, which is awesome and fun. What am I willing to give up to get back into rock climbing? Well, I am willing to give up sitting on the lounge. It's not a bad thing. I quite enjoy sitting on the lounge for hours or then watching TV. It's one thing I really, really enjoy. But my back could really do with some activity, and I could really do with going doing some climbing. So I'm willing to give up that. That's not a bad thing. What else am I willing to give up? Let me throw this one out there. I'm willing to give up complaining about my bad back. Think about that for a second. What are you willing to give up? I'm willing to give up complaining about things. How does that help me? Well, if I have a positive mindset, I'm setting myself up mentally, physically, and emotionally to be able to move forward towards my goal with a good frame of mind, so that we're paying attention to the positive things that come in. If I'm stuck in complaining and negative stuff, all I'm going to be noticing and seeing is the complaining and the negative stuff and the reasons why I shouldn't be going climbing, this and that and the other thing. But if I give up complaining about the things that I haven't done or the things that I need to do and all that kind of stuff, and start thinking, no, I want to start looking at ways in which I can go and do my climbing stuff, suddenly things start to open up. What are you willing to give up in order to achieve your goal? Doesn't always have to be something that you don't want to give up, And it can be something that you never really thought about. Like complaining, like negative thought processes, like swearing. I want to be a more positive person. I'm going to give up swearing. That's probably not going to happen. I swear, and I quite like swearing, and I'm still a positive person. But for you, maybe that's what you need to do. I don't know. It's your life, it's your choice. You get to choose these things. But ask yourself, what is your goal? We always ask ourselves, what is our goal? And then, what is it that I'm willing to give up to move towards that goal? And think outside the box, because it's not always the usual normal things that we have to give up in order to achieve our goals. It can be something that you've never really thought of. You could give up wearing black socks. I don't know, something, anything. But it doesn't have to be the normal thing. And it's up to you to sit down and ask yourself those big questions. It's up to you to sit down and work out what it is that you need to give up in order to achieve that goal, which leads into what it is that you are doing that is keeping you from that goal, which is a whole other subject. So, what are you willing to give up to achieve your goal? Ask yourself that question. If you need help asking yourself these questions, of course, always get in contact with us. Maybe we can do a session. If you liked my videos, give us a like, give us a share, so that we can get our stuff out there, so I can keep bringing these videos to you. Other than that, have an awesome week, and we will talk to you next week with mental toughness tips.